I just have to say it. Okay. I don't know if this is true. My point here is that, you know, if he was the president of the United States, he was getting every test imaginable. And I think, I personally think he had this for a while.
I'm not an oncologist, but I think I know enough to know that that doesn't happen overnight. That's not something that happens that quickly.
The truth is, this isn't, we're not that surprised by it.
Right.
And he goes, Sanjay Cooper goes, I actually went back and looked at his medical history, his medical records. And they said in the last 3 years, they didn't test for his PCA. And he said, the reason is at that age, you're going to get a false positive more than you're going to get a proper test.
And Sanjay said this. You could back this up with a Sanjay clip
from the chief medical correspondent for CNN.
All right.
He said that 300,000.
All right, Ron, get the hint. You're getting it.
Oh, I can't say it. I can't say how many people have it in America.
How many times do I have to say that YouTube gets insanely sensitive with medical crap, and you continue? For real, stop. Just stop. Right. You know, and no offense to you, but how many times have you gotten me kicked off of my live streams over the years? So I think I know what I'm doing here. If I put up the yield, you fucking yield.
I don't think I've ever gotten you kicked off once, but it's a good story.
Dude, you were talking about an orgy. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh yeah. And remember the screen went black?
That was from Matt's daughter. Why?
Now you're freezing up. Oh, so you do remember getting me kicked off. You do remember me getting kicked off. Remember, we were at Gephardt. You were talking about an orgy you were in the middle of, and I was trying to do the same thing as I'm doing today. And I'm telling you to slow down and stop, and then you start graphically describing what you were seeing, and all of a sudden the whole screen went black. Do you remember that? Do you remember that?
I have no recollection, Senator.
Yeah, you know. Steven says this is for Ron's PhD. So now we're collecting money for your PhD, Ron. So then you would be able to talk about this freely because you would have a PhD behind you. You would have a certificate behind you on that wood paneling. Well,
I don't know. I mean, where does free speech stop? Like we can't freely talk about this. That doesn't make sense to me.
It doesn't make sense to me either. I have fought this stuff over the years. I made a joke, and don't you dare jump in. Let me just say what I'm going to say, and you keep silent. You keep silent. I made a joke about the thing that shut down the entire world. The thing. Don't say it, Ron. And it was an obvious joke, whether you laughed at it or not. That's up to you. But it was an obvious joke, and they hammered me. They took away my ability to live stream for like 3 months because they said I was giving medical advice, and I fought with them. I'm like, it couldn't be more obvious. I was going for a dumb, stupid joke.
Right.
That's why I get nervous because I don't understand their rules.
But are you saying it's different for different platforms, like YouTube's like different than Facebook, or it's different from Instagram?
Well, I had to give up on live streaming to TikTok. They're the biggest sensitive babies when it comes to live streaming. By the way, you knocked me off twice, not once, and I finally had to give up. I'm not blaming you because even the time when you were describing the orgy, all the other platforms kept me on. It was TikTok that went bye-bye immediately. So they're the worst by far. Twitter don't give a crap. Facebook and YouTube, they're a little wishy-washy.
And Instagram, okay.
And Instagram is a little wishy-washy too. You know, I'm not going to lie to you. I miss satellite radio for that reason because you never had to worry about this stuff.
Right. Yeah.
So, all right, Ron.
No, but listen, maybe you're going to get back on satellite radio. Don't you? The Opie and Ronnie show? It just rolls off the tongue, Opie. I'll give you top billing. It's fine.
How about this, Ron? As I pat my hair down. How about this? I mean, I don't know if you figure this out, but I put you on like once a week on my live stream. You would think somewhere in your stupid head, you'd go, you know what? If I'm going to be doing this with, maybe once a week, maybe more, maybe I should work on my audio.
I feel like the audio is perfect. I have no issues with it, and it adds to the charm.
The
of
charm, the
it adds
charm.
to the charm of the go and give and the give and take.
No, you might be a Homo sapien. You get it, Ron. And I don't know if you know this about basketball, Ron, but the African American community loves basketball.
Where the fuck is my gun? Fuck!